Hey, this is Andrew Rains with Apex Pro. This video is going to cover the lap timer screen. There's going to be two lap timer focused videos. The first one, this one, is going to cover things that you see on the top of the screen. That's going to include connecting to your Apex Pro OBDII unit and filming video, checking your GPS status, checking CrewView status, and rotating the screen. We're going to cover all those things in this video. The second video will focus on selecting a track and recording data sessions. So first, let's look at connecting to our Apex Pro. Tap the Bluetooth icon. In this case, my Apex Pro is actually already connected, which is why it's green. I'll disconnect, and you can see that what you would typically see is a red icon. Because there is an Apex Pro device nearby, you're going to see the little red circle that's going to indicate that you need to take action there to complete the connection process. So turn your Apex Pro on. Starting from the beginning, turn your Apex Pro on until you see the red and the green lights. If you've changed the light colors in the past, they might not be red and green, but turn it on until you see this display. Tap the Bluetooth icon. You'll see the Apex Pro device is near you. Tap connect. You'll see the lights turn off, and you will see the Bluetooth status light come on. That means, hey, I'm connected to your phone over Bluetooth. In case you're around multiple Apex Pros, a great way to check and see if there are any or which Apex Pro you're connected to, tap one of the buttons on the bottom half of the screen. Those all control the Apex Pro hardware. You can tap brightness to see the brightness of the LEDs. You can change the display color. And once you have your Apex Pro mounted in place in the car, you can calibrate it. So once you have it mounted on your dash, whether on the using the suction base or the Apex Pro suction mount, tap Calibrate, and that will level the IMU so that you get accurate data and good readings from your Apex Pro device. When you tap More, you'll be presented with additional options all related to the Apex Pro Gen 2 hardware. The first of which is what we call a filter. This controls the speed of the movement of the Apex Pro indication. Tap that filter and you can choose between road racing, which means the cadence or the speed or the movements of the LEDs are appropriate for a road course. If you tap autocross, it just simply speeds up the movement, the transition of those lights so that it reflects more accurately in real time for a more transient situation like autocross where you're tossing the wheel and really aggressively maneuvering the car. You'll see the cones that reflect the filter versus road racing that just shows the road. The skill level changes what you see on the display in terms of how harsh of a critic it is about how close to the limit of traction you are. The Apex Pro lights display how close you are to the car's limit, or more accurately, the tire's limit of grip, whether it be understeer or oversteer. If there are red lights, that means that there is still potential available. You want to have all green lights. That means you're at the limit. Skill is can be reflected by 1 star, 2 stars, or 3 stars. 3 stars is going to be the harshest critic. It's going to show you that there's more on the table in more situations, whereas you're going to see a lot of green lights on the 1st star. That doesn't change the machine learning algorithm. That just changes the resolution of the lights. Basically, you're only looking at the last 10% of the of kind of the friction available when you're at 3 stars. Learning. The Apex Pro by default is set to constantly relearn. Every time you go out on track and you're running your Apex Pro, it's relearning the potential grip of your car. If you tap this and make it frozen, that will remember the most recently recorded data as the limit. So if you go out or you have a pro drive your car or you go drive a really good session and you're like, hey, I'm comfortable with that. I want to see the Apex Pro lights showing me that same information the next time. You can freeze the model. It stops learning. It shows you just that one session. Then you have something predictable that doesn't change that you can drive to versus learning. That's typically what I run the unit in. That's how I like to see it. I want it to constantly give me an advantage of displaying where there might be some additional grip available on the track that I might not be anticipating. Apex Coach can be toggled from Apex Coach, which is the standard Apex Pro display, the red and the green lights. Green is good, red means there's grip available, to the predictive display. Now, the predictive display, that shows you predictive time on the Apex Pro LEDs, red lights extending left of center, right green lights extending right of center. When you are trending positively, meaning you're faster than your best lap, you're going to see green lights, slower than your best lap, red lights. Nice and simple. I'd highly recommend trying all those options out. The next icon at the top of the screen is OBD2 connection. We have a great video about that. Apex Pro OBD2 device, put it in your vehicle's OBD2 port, connect to it right here through the Apex Pro app. The camera, exactly what it looks like. This is recording using your phone camera. Tap this icon. It'll give you a preview of what you see with the camera. And turn on the toggle. Hey there. And it'll show you your preview. Now you can record in landscape or portrait. If you want to render data over your video, I would highly recommend using landscape. That's going to help you aim the camera. You have to have that toggle turned on in order to record video. If the toggle is green, you record video. If it's red, you don't. And you'll see the color of the icon will change. If the icon's green, you're recording. All right, next you'll see GPS source. So right now I'm connected to my Apex Pro. So it's showing me the accuracy and the position of my Apex Pro. If I was outside, my GPS accuracy from my Apex Pro will get below 1 meter in many cases. If you're using your phone GPS, which I will do right now by disconnecting from my Apex Pro, the best accuracy you'll see is 5 meters. It's fairly consistent because your phone has power to it all day. It's sitting in your pocket. Your Apex Pro, I just turned it on and I'm inside a building. The position's not good yet. On the track, this is the precision of the GPS that you want. 5 meters is not enough position to accurately locate you on the racing surface. Think about 5 meters, right? That's 15 to 20 feet. That's not great accuracy, whereas less than a meter, fantastic accuracy. Okay, the cloud icon. CrewView is not connected. You must be logged into an Apex Pro account to access CrewView features and stream data. So if I log into my account, I can tap this and see my CrewView status, meaning I'm streaming my real-time position, lap times, and other data over CrewView, and other people can see what I'm doing on the track. They can see my lap times, my position, etc. This last one is a toggle to turn the screen into landscape and portrait orientation. It is a physical toggle in the Apex Pro app. If we leave it on auto toggle at high G forces, 2.5 Gs, 2 Gs, somewhere in that range, it really more like the 2G range, it'll auto rotate your phone. You can instantaneously see spikes over 2 Gs in a track car with decent tires. Might even be a little less than 2 Gs. I've probably seen it at like a G1/2. But if you see that, yeah, a G1/2. Ignore my numbers. A G1/2 is probably the number. It'll just rotate the screen automatically, which is very distracting. Sometimes I've had to get stuck in landscape while my phone's mounted in portrait and vice versa. That's very inconvenient. In the Apex Pro app, we force that to be a manual user choice and intervention that you make. So that's how you toggle the screen. Check out the next video. It's going to be on selecting a track and recording data.